Are you still getting triggered by your circumstances and what you're seeing in the 3D? Okay, this video is for you. It's going to help you, so stick around. Okay, welcome to Patty's World. I'm Patty. I'm a transformational coach, manifestation coach. I'm finally back home from traveling. I was traveling for 3 weeks. Okay, so let's talk about it. Here is the shift you need to take if you are still getting triggered by the 3D. Understanding this one thing will give you new perspective. Your thoughts today will create your tomorrows. So, whatever you're experiencing today is based off of old versions of you. You haven't done anything wrong. You haven't messed anything up. You haven't messed it up where it's never going to work. Whatever things that are running through your mind that you're reacting to because of something that happened in your 3D, your SP shows up the same, your coworker or someone you don't want to deal with, whatever you're going through now is based off of old beliefs, old patterns, old versions of you, and it's just leaving your life. So tell yourself and reframe the story. Tell yourself, this is now on its way out. I am purging this. I am releasing this. This no longer affects me. This is old versions of me. It doesn't matter. This isn't true. This is on its way out. And look at it differently. Almost laugh at it like it's silly because you are the creator of your reality. You get to attach the meaning. So why don't you give it a good meaning? Why don't you give it a meaning that benefits you, that serves you? Because, everything that shows up in your life is there to serve you. So by changing the meaning and the story that you're creating in your mind, you will transform the situation. And how do you know you have shifted? Because old circumstances and old versions of people, if they show up again, they no longer trigger you. You react to them differently from a more elevated version of you, a more elevated self-concept, a more elevated self-image. When your self-image improves, that image you have of yourself and what you believe and assume about yourself and the assumptions in all your relationships, when you start believing differently, if any old situation or circumstance shows up, it no longer triggers you. You're no longer thrown off. You're no longer spiraling. You're no longer ruminating. You just say, okay, this is on its way. This is on its way out. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect me. And it's just reminding me that I've come a long way. And why did I get so triggered by this? It doesn't matter because circumstances don't matter. And listen, I can tell you from my own experience that anytime I think, I catch myself, and I do it really quickly now, an old thought pattern that may show up, I right away stop myself. I have the awareness and I go back to, no, Patty, circumstances don't matter. This doesn't matter. You're the one creating the story. I'm the main character in my story. I'm also the writer and the producer. So let me give this a good meaning. This is going to work out well. This is going to flip in my favor. This turned out great. I have a great relationship with these people. I inspire a lot of people. They appreciate me. They love me. I'm always treated well. This turned out better than I expected. It turned out better than I expected, and I got what I wanted, even better than the way I was imagining it. And this is going to work in my favor. I don't have to worry about how. Some way, somehow, everything always works out in my favor, and I always get what I want. And find some general affirmations that you can hold on to. I say everything always works out in my favor. Everything always works out in my favor. I always get what I want. I don't know how. Some way, somehow, I always get what I want, and this is going to flip in my favor. Life is always supporting me. Everything always works out for me. I'm divinely protected. I'm divinely favored. I don't have to worry. So what am I stressing about? Why am I running what someone thinks? Because I get to decide what they think about me and what they think is positive, is good, is supportive. I only deal with kind people, supportive people, people who love me, people who appreciate me. You guys get the story, right? That's what I do with my self-talk, my self-dialogue. So when you understand something shows up today, it's based off of old versions of you. And really, if you've been doing this work and there's always change, things are always changing, things are always aligning for you. Even if you don't see it at first, you have to operate from the belief that everything's working out in your favor. Everything is here to support you. And so there's always movement. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. You don't have to feel better or wait to feel better until you see change in your 3D. You can automatically shift within your mind and consciousness and imagination. Allow yourself to feel better. Give yourself permission to say, yes, I'm going to get what I want, and then watch things transform. The 3D, the world of the five senses, is slow and there's a lag time. And sure, sometimes things can manifest quickly and instantly, but the shift and the change always happens within, always within yourself. So whatever you're seeing right now, it's old news. It's old news. It's like reading newspapers from last year based on old thoughts and old versions of you. So stop worrying and giving it so much importance. Dismiss it in your mind. Make it small and insignificant. Take yourself back to neutral, soothe yourself, and remind yourself, nope, this is going to work in my favor because now that I know how this works and thoughts become things and I'm the creator of my reality, and whatever I imagine, whatever images I have in my mind, that's what I'm going to push out, and the 3D will reflect it back to me. So I'm going to give this a positive story. I'm going to write and produce a positive scenario, whatever that wish fulfilled is for you. Or just imagine, how would I talk to myself if I already had what I wanted? Of course it worked out for me. Of course I got what I wanted. Of course my SB treats me well. Of course I have great friendships. Of course I have a great work situation. Of course I got the money. Of course I got the raise. Of course I got the house that I wanted. I love my new house. You start imagining and dreaming and creating as if it's already real. Create it in the mind first. We create from within by the way we talk to ourselves and imagine it. Our subconscious mind is always listening, and watch how the 3D conforms. And it is that easy. I know it is that easy. And the more you play with this and commit to this, the more you will see evidence of it. And you'll see how easy it is. Don't make it hard. Make it easy. Give yourself permission and trust and believe that everything's working out for you. Okay? All right. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments. I'm going to be posting on here more regularly. And I have a phenomenal coaching group. It's $20-something a month, but you have access to all the basics with manifesting. I'm going to be doing lives there and really pouring into that group. You can sign up and get more access to me and more like one-on-one information and teachings that I'm only doing there that you're not getting from my free stuff. Okay. And I'll see you on the next video.